Does he have a legitimate beef?
No, he doesn't. But first, let's take a moment to give praise to the troll god, Marcus Smart, who might be the most annoying person the FBI should hire him to elicit confessions from witnesses. He is that irritating. But James Harden, look, the refs didn't make you make that second foul. By the way, it was a foul. The first one was dicey, but on the second one, he extended his arm. The refs didn't make him take those bad shots. The refs didn't make the Rockets give up a 26-point lead. That's on the team. Now, I don't know if it says that much about Houston without Chris Paul, but it tells me a lot about why they need Chris Paul. Because if he's on the floor, these kinds of mistakes and lapses mentally do not happen. Unfortunately, it's on Harden's shoulders, and people are going to rightfully question his decision-making at the end of the game.
All that is irrelevant. I agree with you. We should applaud Marcus Smart's ability to get under people's skin. Good for him. I applaud him. But talking about giving up a 26-point lead, how does that mean that it's okay for the refs to blow the call? We both agree that that first call was bad. The first call was bad, right? So he has a right to be upset. 2 referees is a problem. It's not as if referees are expensive. Get more referees. Put 5 referees on each side of the court so the calls can be right. Like, no one wants to see a game ended like that in such a horrible situation. That cost them the game. Giving up 26-point lead is a problem, but they had a 1-point lead with 7 seconds. That's a high probability of winning, and they made a bad call.
2 referees is not great. I agree. Like, have a full staff. But one of the teams, Dominique, adjusted to that. Do you not think there's a reason why Marcus Smart was in there doing Marcus Smart things?
That
the
doesn't
Celtics
make it okay.
were the better coach team. They knew what was happening. They adjusted. By the way, that's why they're able to make all of these insane comebacks, because of the coaching of Brad Stevens, who is the best coach in the NBA right season. Credit to him for adjusting.
Great.
You know, it's why we always give credit to the Patriots. You play around the rules. The Celtics were the smarter team last night.
Yeah, okay. I applaud the Celtics. I applaud Marcus Smart, and I'm disappointed in the Rockets for giving them a 26-point lead. None of that changes the fact that we agree that that was a bad call and it cost them the game. So he has a beef. It was a bad call. There are only 2 refs out there. How can you come to the conclusion that you want to reward all these people, you want to blame Harden, but you don't want to point the finger at the people who made the mistake?
So
was the 2 officials that were on the court.
Only one of the calls was bad, first of all. So we're quibbling really over one call here.
I think I can argue about the second call too, because everyone complains. Everyone. No. I think
that you said
that call is a call that they make regularly, but it encourages flopping. They complain about flopping, but they only call that when a guy flops.
If you consider all of the aforementioned factors that we discussed, the 26-point lead, the lack of discipline, the bad decision-making, the superior coaching, Marcus Smart, then quibbling about a single call, because we're agreeing it's just one call. I heard you earlier. You can't walk it back.
That's fine. 1, 2,
when
whatever.
you have all that backdrop, it looks petty, because he didn't deserve to win. So he should not be complaining about the refs, because the refs did not lose them that game. The Rockets lost that game. James Harden, sans Chris Paul, lost that game. So coming out and pinning on the refs, it just looks salty, Dominique.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that it's not salty. I'm not saying that it doesn't look petty, but it is also accurate. It was a bad call at the end of the game. We had this conversation yesterday with LeBron James, and you were very upset that they didn't give LeBron the call that he deserved. I agree that LeBron has a beef for not getting a call that he deserves at the end of the game, and I think the same is true for James Harden. James Harden also deserves to get a call. If it is not the right call, he doesn't deserve to be called for a foul.
I'm glad you brought up LeBron, because the point I was making about LeBron was that he's been officiated against unfairly his entire career. James Harden complaining about fouls. That's like a flower complaining about the rain. That is your life force, James Harden. Harden. Fouls run through you. So it's very different for him to complain about fouls than it is for LeBron James. I think we can agree about that.
Someone who understands the rules. I think James Harden has proven by the way that he draws fouls that he knows what is and what isn't a foul. So if there's a player who says that wasn't a foul, you know who I'm going to believe? The king of drawing fouls, James Harden. And we all know it wasn't a foul. There's no way to get around this. It was a bad call. They had less than a full staff, so he has a beef. So I don't understand how you can agree with all that, however think that he doesn't have a beef. That's ridiculous.